Yeah. Welcome back to the Mass Music Morning Show. That was DJ Crisscross. I am Shlomo Bowe. Today we're going to jump into the most overrated and underrated foods. I would say of all time, but it's sort of subjective. Now, on our panel, we have DJ Famous Shamus.
Hello.
We have Jimmy from the Q.
Yep.
And we got Jay to the Q.
What's happening?
Fellas, who wants to start us off?
I have one that's burning within me right now. I need to just get it off my chest. I'm going with underrated. And I know this might be me, on an uphill battle by myself. But I'm going with green bean casserole. That's the most underrated food.
Wow.
Gets a lot of hate every single Thanksgiving, and I know that because personally I hated it every single year. Up until about 3 years ago, I smoked a joint before Thanksgiving dinner, unbeknownst to my family, and I went in hot, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try all the shit that I've always grown up hating. Green bean casserole has never been the same since.
Wow.
Now, this may seem a bit embarrassing, but could you explain to maybe someone that doesn't know what a casserole is?
Casserole. I mean, it's like, you make it in like a pot. Basically, the ingredients are like, there's what's the
He has
sauce?
no idea what the hell a casserole is.
I don't know what a casserole
I'm pretty sure casserole is when you just put the dough on the top, kind of like a pie.
There's no dough in it, though.
It's
I
not
love
dough,
green
but it's like
beans,
the covering.
It's like there's a green bean, there's some type of sauce,
Like cheese.
and then there's those like French onion, like it's like a hard. I don't know what the hell it is. It's amazing though.
Green bean casserole is loud.
All right,
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what exactly is going on.
Anybody
It's
who's
amazing.
listening to this, if you know what consists of a casserole, let us know.
Yep.
Actually, not only let us know, make some and come by the studio and feed your boys.
Hell yeah,
Yes.
drop some off. Scooby's hungry. James, do you have any underrated foods?
Underrated. Well, I have two. I'm just going to quickly shout out one, and it's actually right next to me, or the remnants of it, it's right next to me, is oatmeal. Oatmeal is a great breakfast food. It'll fill you up and give you energy throughout the day. It's very slept on. I think a lot of people sleep on breakfast in general,
Right.
and I think they really could benefit if they, right when they wake up, drink some water, eat some oatmeal, and get your day started.
Yep, and if you're like me, do your overnight oats. That's what I did this morning. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
And then my number one underrated food all across the nation, and people need to get hip, crab cakes. Crab cakes are succulent, they're delicious, and they're actually very filling, just like oatmeal. And they're only really popular like Maryland and Rhode Island. Get your crab cakes up.
I really don't have much experience with crab cakes. I don't know about you guys.
And that's a damn shame.
The only thing I
It is a
know
shame.
about crab cakes is that I hear people get food poisoning, and they're like, "Yeah, I had some bad crab cakes." That's the only time I hear about crab
cowards.
cakes.
Cowards.
Yeah.
And it stinks up your kitchen too.
But I mean, hey, all good things do.
There, you took the words out of my mouth, Seamus. If you are cooking something that doesn't stink up the kitchen in a positive or bad way, you're doing something wrong.
No, if it's in a bad way, you're doing.
Hey,
I was about to
you
say,
never know.
Stench.
yeah, I've messed up pretty bad in the kitchen before. Honestly,
What's your most underrated food?
I'm gonna sound like an old white guy, but meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Yo,
Meatloaf is bomb.
Yo, now hear me out.
If it's good.
Yo,
if it's good.
and that's everybody's consensus because I've had some really bad meatloaf. But if marinated right, cooked in the oven long enough with some barbecue sauce or
that
whatever,
like ketchup / barbecue
Yeah.
sauce.
and
meatloaf sauce.
I have another one. I just had it the other day. Butternut squash.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Never had it.
God,
Me either.
yo, butternut. I promise you, like, and Seamus, you hit it on the nail. I just over the last 2 years, I started eating like tomatoes, like green peppers, like stuff I would always take off stuff.
Becoming an adult.
Yeah, and like, yo, so like my girl's dad's like, hey, there's some butternut squash if you want some. So I try it, and I'm like, you ever see that meme where it's like the waitress comes by, like, how's your food at the restaurant, and the guy's like, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy loud. So yeah, those are my two.
I got number one most underrated meal of all time.
Let's hear it.
It is the Shlomo Special.
Oh, boo.
I thought you were this close to saying sloppy Joe, and I would have came
Oh,
over this
God,
table and
no.
slapped you.
No.
This is worse.
The Shlomo Special, for those of y'all that don't know, it is, I take 2 hot dogs and I cut them. I slice them up into little circles, right? Little tiny circle joints. I throw them in the pot. I put a sauce. I'm not gonna tell you what sauce because it's special. It's a secret. But I throw it in the I throw it in the pan. Toss it up, right? At the same time, I make a bed of fettuccine. Psych. a bed of linguine, right? What do you guys know about linguine? Boom, garlic and oil right on the pot. Shake it up, lay it down. Once the hot dog's ready, season them a little bit.
Hot dog pasta. is
Listen,
what
I
he
season
said.
them a little bit, slap them on the top there, put a little bit of cheese on the top, and then you know what? Every single
Oh,
time I make
man.
it hits, but you know what? It gets underappreciated because it's been a while. It's
that
been a while.
sounds like some-
Seamus has actually had it.
I have had it, but the thing is, we were in college, didn't have
Oh,
much
man.
money or food, and it was like word. Like Shlomo already went through the cooking process. I'll just eat this.
Oh man, he's quick to forget, man.
I respect it.
I
mean,
respect the meal, but I don't know, man.
I definitely would eat it, but it just sounds like an 8-mile entree. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
wish you said sloppy joes now.
yeah.
Listen,
Man, so I chop up some hot dogs and I make it with my pasta.
all I gotta say is it's underrated.
All right, nah, don't knock it till you try.
I will
I
make
feel
some
that.
for y'all.
It shouldn't even be rated. It shouldn't even exist.
Wow,
Oh,
it was made out of desperation, and it flourished. It got us through the toughest times.
yeah.
I feel that.
So yeah, but on the flip side, I will also say the most overrated food of all time is tuna. Hate it.
I think you might find some people that agree with you.
Tuna's gross.
Not me. I like tuna.
People that love tuna, I don't trust them.
My mother likes tuna. You saying you don't trust my
I
own
don't
mother?
trust her at all.
I
No,
like
she makes-
tuna too, but it's nothing. It's not. I don't wake up thinking about tuna.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's good rated. I don't think it's overrated.
I don't think it's overrated.
I'm trying to think of something.
Even the people that like tuna aren't like, yo, like, I'm gonna have some tuna today. Like, it's more so like even with the oatmeal, it's like, I don't want to eat something too unhealthy. Let me just
Yeah,
do
well, I
this.
personally think it's overrated. I think it's
Overrated.
gross.
You know what? You want to hear my most overrated food?
Sure.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Now, I was
Get
gonna say underrated.
hot take.
I was gonna say underrated.
Hot take.
Overrated
tweaking, bro.
meal, bro. I don't get it.
Nice
the thing
privilege,
is,
huh?
maybe growing up in New England, I'm more used to the peanut butter and fluff. so it's like
alright.
when I'm going that route, maybe it's because I'm always like, you know what, I need fluff instead.
Fluff over jelly, yes.
But like, I don't know. I've never really was a huge fan, and I've had every type of peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I mean? I've dabbled.
Right.
I've tried to make it different ways. I just don't like it.
It comes down to the bread. If your bread is a little bit stale,
No,
you're gonna have
I'm
a
not
bad
eating it
time.
on- I've had
If it's soft, if it's right out the loaf,
I can't do it. I don't like
You
it.
go. You have to go heavy peanut butter, light jelly, and I'm gonna change your mind right now when I say this too. The 2008 Boston Celtics that won the championship, almost every member of that team's pregame meal, a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
I mean,
does
that
that
doesn't
tell you,
change how
Shane?
much.
With
that
no
doesn't-
crust though. No crust on the PB&J.
Speaking
They
of
didn't
no
have. They
crust,
should have had oatmeal instead. They would have fucking done
one
it
of the
with-
most slept on snacks of all time, Uncrustables.
I appreciate
Boo.
those.
What?
I get down with those.
Oh, Uncrustables are fantastic. But anywho, that was our most overrated and underrated food
Wait,
of all time.
I didn't get an overrated.
All right, let's hear it.
Most overrated food in the universe: shrimp scampi.
Oh,
Boo.
Why the hell are you gonna put shrimp in pasta?
Wha- Yo, you're bugging. You're bugging for that. Actually, what do you
Even
mean?
shrimp by itself a little bit overrated.
one
too.
thing, I
Oh,
love,
boo.
one thing I love about shrimp
Gotta like
scampi is the
shrimp.
capers. They throw a little bit of capers
This
in
guy.
there.
Just say you don't like shrimp at that point.
No, I think again. I'm not saying I don't like shrimp scampi. I'm not saying I don't like shrimp, but the fact that every time I go home, my mom has it. It's a very popular meal thing to order at restaurants. I don't see the hype. I don't understand what's so. It's not even that delicious. It's just kind of like something to eat
pretty
to
bomb.
fill yourself. I feel like if you're
Yeah.
gonna be drinking, I would order it if I knew I had a big night of drinking ahead of me. That's about it.
It's a cheap meal.
It's a
quick,
good
easy to
meal,
make,
bro.
I think.
I mean, it's there with like pizza and mac and cheese, where it's like it's never gonna miss. It's always gonna hit the spot, and it's relatively easy to make at home. So
Yeah, it's
I
hard to
think
fuck
if
up.
anything, it's a little bit underrated.
Give me some crab cakes, if anything.
Oh, God.
All right, hey, we can settle there. I like crab cakes.
Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go try some foods. Let us know what you think is the most overrated or underrated food in your opinion.
Stay away from the scampi.
Adios.
This is Antonio Acquelli.
This is the one and only JQ from the Hills Turn podcast.
This is Jimmy from the Cube,
And you're listening to Mass Music Radio.
and you're listening to Mass Music Radio.
Mass Music Radio.